Hey everybody, I'm Mike with Omega Survival, and I just got done hiking up to my bushcraft campsite, and I see a lot of videos on the internet about Swedish fire. It's where you take a log and cut it like a pie about 3/4 of the way down, not all the way through, and it leaves you with a space all the way down the center, and you start that on fire and you could use it to cook off of, and it's a completely self-contained fire from the wind, and it'll burn for a really long time in the wintertime if you only want to make a small fire. I'm going to try a different variation of that I've recently seen and see how that works out. So I cut about 6 or 7 logs, all about the same size, and I got a piece of paracord about 4 feet long. First, I'm just going to bunch them all up. I gathered all this stuff up before the video. Tying them together really tight. I'm about 2 miles up on the mountain, and I can still hear the ice cream truck. That's crazy. Get this bunch together good because of the way I'm hoping it burns. It only burns at the top and in the center for a while. And I'm just doing this high like this to show everybody. I'd say get heavier logs, probably 3 or 4 inches in diameter, much shorter, like half the length, maybe like 6 inches high, and much rounder, and you could build something like this. And now this is pure pine resin that I collected a few weeks ago that I had no real use for, so I'm gonna see if I can get most of it into the center. Coming right out. I'm just going to see about getting a stick going here with a Zippo real quick. I didn't do anything to this resin. It's natural resin. It's just pure natural pine resin. You look around for 10 or 15 minutes or so, you could find a really good deal of it very easily and just gather it up. Now I'm hoping that burns down through the logs. It gets the center of them going. Now if you imagine if you have them logs only about 4 to 6 inches high and twice as fat, you can cook off that real easy. I mean, if you had to, this is stable enough that after this burned for a little while, you could put a titanium cup or something on top of this very easily. Use it to boil water too. But the whole point of this is a self-contained fire that burns for a long time. And I'm hoping that that's enough tree sap to do that. It's a really good amount. And it burns for a long time. I would imagine for different applications that this would be good as a torch at night too, because this is going to burn for a really long time like this. Natural pine resin seems to burn for a while. I seen a video once where a guy used about half this amount and it burned for like an hour and a half. He showed a time lapse. So I think that this would be really good for that. You know, if your batteries run out of fluid, if your batteries run out of energy, if your lanterns run out of fluid, and you need some light on a different spot in your campsite, you could make something like this, and it'll just burn for a while. It's scaring all the spiders and bugs out of the campfire pit. There's a ton of them in there all coming out. I haven't been up here for a while. So yeah, as you can see, that's been burning for about 5 minutes now, and it's barely just begun. The wood's barely lit. It burns like wax. Here's a piece of birch. You can get a fire going real easy off of that too. Just a little bit of this resin goes a long way. I got maybe something the size of a baseball that was in there. I had a massive amount, and it only took me about 10 minutes to find it. It's not hard to find if you know what you're looking for. And yeah, I'd say that that's burning just like the Swedish fires I've seen with the big logs cut up, and it only took me about 4 feet of paracord and 3 minutes with a handsaw, and it has the same effect. Once that burns down and that resin burns into logs, it'll melt down into the logs and you'll be left with plain wood on the top. And then when that's going, because you got to wait for the same thing with the big logs, when you cut them up, you have to wait a little while until it's burning from the inside. And I'd say the same thing with this, probably wait until the inside is burning and everything on top is ashed off, so you don't get that on your cup or anything you're cooking. Or you can hang something over it you could put a branch into the ground and hang another branch over that, like a bushcraft cook set, and you can hang your cookware, your pot, off of that, and that's burning great. That's burning like fuel. You can boil water with a hanging pot in no time with that. So I hope that video helps somebody. I'm Mike with Omega Survival. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.